The dark web is a vast, secret underworld. So are there really any good things on the dark web, and how many of them are worth visiting? First of all, a quick introduction to the difference between the deep web and the dark web. The deep web is basically anything on the internet that can be found using a search engine. The dark web is a subsection of the deep web. There is another video on our channel where I give detailed information about the differences between the deep web and the dark web. Sites are hidden on purpose from search engines, and you can only get to the dark web with special browsers that hide your IP address. In the mid-1990s, a technology called Tor was created. The US Naval Research Laboratory came up with Tor so that intelligence workers could send and receive information safely. Another agency of the US Department of Defense, called DARPA, further developed it and made it available to the public. The US government continues to fund Tor in part. Tor stands for the Onion Router and is a browser that allows users to exchange information anonymously online. Peer-to-peer networks like Tor are the backbone of the dark web. For the dark web to exist, it needs anonymity. Tor manages this by hiding the identity of the user, by bouncing the connection through 3 different servers around the world, adding a layer of encryption each time. If you fancy checking out the dark web but are not sure where to start, I'll show you some of the handy websites you can get your hands on. Hidden Wiki. A well-known place that people want to visit is Hidden Wiki. However, Hidden Wiki is a generic name used by a number of directories, and not all directories are safe. Hidden Answers. If you want to jump straight into the dark web, you can also check out the dark web equivalent of Hidden Answers. Hidden Answer is the dark web version of Reddit, where users can ask questions, post stories, and discuss a host of topics. One of the greatest advantages of using this is that you're completely anonymous. Facebook. You will be surprised to know that you can access Facebook via the dark web using the official .onion site, and the Facebook site attracts over 1 million monthly Tor users. If you don't want to use the .web version of Facebook, or if you don't trust it, there are a whole host of .web based social networks such as Dread or Galaxy 3. DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo is another private internet search engine which is available on the open web and available as Google Chrome extension. One of its privacy features is that it doesn't track your browsing history, location, or any other data. You will also find that DuckDuckGo is the primary search engine, and there is also a web version of the search engine giving you an extra layer of anonymity and protection. ProPublica. ProPublica is a journalism outlet and has its own .web version of its site. ProPublica's work is all legal. BBC News. Another example of news sites that are equivalent onion sites is like BBC News, who launched their dark site in October 2019. New York Times also has a .onion version of this site. SecureDrop. SecureDrop is an open source whistleblower submission system. The news organization can install to safely and anonymously receive documents. SecureDrop is a project of freedom of the press, and it uses the anonymity of the Tor network to facilitate communication between journalists and news organizations such as The Guardian. One of the infamous sites on the dark web is the marketplace Silk Road. Here many things can be purchased with Bitcoin, but mostly illicit drugs and fraudulent documents. However, in 2013, the founder of the website was arrested and charged in a high-profile case. Though the founder, Ross Achbreck, had a staunch libertarian philosophy that he was doing an ultimate good for the world, his rules for the Silk Road outlined that only products that do not cause harm to innocent people may be listed. He fundamentally believed that he was giving power to the people against the government. It can be argued that the site reduced violence in society, as the Silk Road provided a means to purchase narcotics without the violent nature of cartels, gangs, or local drug dealers. The New York Times and other news outlets have opened onion sites to allow for people to anonymously submit information, so the dark web isn't really a place to surf. It's a place that allows you to do specific things, and people should really know what they're getting into. A lot of people regard the dark web as an underworld, an illegal and dark place where criminals meet. It's true, there are a lot of these type of activities, but the other argument is that it gives people freedom. It can stop governments from overreaching their boundaries. It can keep people and their ideas safe. So the question is, how do we stop parts of the dark web that shouldn't exist right now? It seems like an unanswerable question, but people, such as the Tor browser staff, are working on it. Perhaps we need something like a dark web in order to keep our freedom, so I'll pass this question off to you.